Welcome, everyone. This is the workshop organized by Walters Cube and IKT. My name is Balázs Faragó, and I'm the CEO of Walters Cube. And I would like to thank for IKT and especially the board of IKT to have this workshop happened. And before we just really enter to it, maybe Alfredo, can you just tell a few words, because you are representing IKT, that how this whole workshop came together? And you know, it was the plan was started many months ago. But
yeah, the plan was started almost more than a year ago, actually. Thank you, Balázs, and thank you, Barnabas and Sofia. The idea to do this workshop was really to provide a sort of a practical tool for curators and to experiment, to ideate, to generate, to use the tools available from Walters Cube in order to create virtual exhibition that could be a mirroring of an existing exhibition, or it could be an idea to discuss with institutional commissioners or their peers, or it could be also some sort of a utopian type of show that maybe would never happen, but it's good to know that it can happen in this way somehow. So that because actually the Walters Cube, you have many digital twins of exhibition venues around the world available, and we have a very strong group of international curators who are actually keen to experiment with new technologies as well. We basically discuss in kind of the last few months how we can practically implement this sort of a professional development and training opportunity. And so here we are actually, where we will have a sort of a glimpse of what can be done, also in very practical terms, to recognizing what are the main sort of difficulties or obstacles or steps to take it. And it's a matter of sort of starting the process, and then obviously each of the curators, we will go ahead and refine their skills. But for us as a network, it's important to realize that these digital curating platforms are not only a great opportunity to digitize, let's say, existing exhibition, but more importantly to think and to generate exhibition which are actually virtual, but they are an expression of the curatorial creativity in a way, and through this way they can discuss with the artists themselves or their commissioner or institution, or be in their galleries or museums or festival, how an exhibition can look like in real terms, and the quality actually of the Walters Cube platform is actually amazing for that. So thanks for this opportunity and this kind of a joint venture, let's say.
Yeah, because we organize this workshop together. We provide the technical stuff, but we have a lot of brainstorming. And actually last year I have met with many of you at Mostin Gallery, where we were invited, thanks to the board, to the IKT annual meeting. So here we are again, and this workshop will be led with my partner Barnabás Bencsik, who is a curator, art historian, and the former director of the Ludwig Museum in Budapest. So Barnabás, maybe you can just, in few sentences, could you also give a perspective what the curators can take home from today, and how would you present these two things what we are going to do today? So in just few sentences, how would you describe it to a professional curators?
So thank you so much. Thank you, Alfredo, for this opportunity to share our experience and experiment with this Walters Cube technology to improve the curatorial skills and opportunities. So actually, virtual curating, it's kind of buzzword, and we started to use it 2 years ago, because the Walters Cube platform provides us an opportunity to create exhibitions in the digital twin spaces of physically existing exhibition venues for artworks through virtual kind of curating. So you don't need physical artworks, you just have JPEG images on the artworks or 3D scans. And based on the technology, you can create exhibitions in the virtual space as easy as just possible. It's a very user-friendly tools. So you can visualize your idea. You can very easily implement exhibitions in the digital twin spaces of the exhibition spaces. You can use it really as an opportunity to test the different narratives of your curatorial concept and your curatorial agenda. You can find the ideal positions of the works, and it's really easy tool to help the curatorial professionals in many different levels. So I will talk about these opportunities a bit details in my presentation.
Okay, so let's now jump in the middle. What we are going to do today. This workshop is designed with two parts. The first part of the workshop will be a presentation. It's more about the theoretical background for virtual curating, and it will be led by Barnabás. And the second part of the workshop will be actually creating an exhibition virtually in using one of the digital twin space, what we will provide you today. And in the second half of the workshop, all of us, I mean all of you, would be able to create your first virtual exhibition, and that will be a really hands-on workshop. So we will do it step by step, the process. So it will be really a practical workshop. And let's see how it's going to happen. So first, I would like to show you the spaces, what you can use today. And I'm sharing my screen with you. Here we are. So we brought 3 spaces today, and each of the space has different characteristics. So you can select the space which fulfill best your curatorial concept or ideas. The first space is I would say the most regular gallery type of space. This is in Budapest. This is the Glaciard Gallery, and as you see, this space looks it's a former residential building, and this space has 4 either similar size rooms, and you can use all of the walls in this space, and you can hang there different type of artworks. So first, about the navigation. This space, as I mentioned, this is a digital twin of a physically existing space, and how you can navigate using a digital twin. I think the easiest way for navigation when you use your arrows on your keyboard. So now I'm using my arrows. With the upper arrow, I can go ahead. With the backwards arrow, I can move backwards. And if I press the left arrow, I can turn left. If I press the right arrow, I can turn right. And if I want to move my heads around, I simply press and hold the left mouse button. Or if you are using laptops, you can simply press and hold the left corner of the touchpad, and then you can look around with your head. And basically, that is the 2 basic movements what you need to know to be able to navigate through the space. So as I mentioned, this is the first digital twin, what we brought today. The second one is called the Le Sample. This is a community space in Paris, and this space has only one major room. And as you could see, it's more an industrial space. They can do concerts here, they can do events, workshops, exhibitions as well. But I would say that this space is this type of space is pretty known for many independent curators, because you can see some wires on the wall, there are some columns in the space. So this is pretty much an average exhibition space in the independent curatorial practice. And also here you can use all of the walls, even this type of, you can see there are different type of walls here, and all of the walls are available. And that's the second digital twin. And the third digital twin is a space in Germany, in Leipzig. And if you are familiar with the Spinnerei, Spinnerei is a famous space in Leipzig. This is a former industrial building. It was a factory, and actually, if you look through the window, you can see the factory itself. And many galleries in Leipzig host their exhibition space in this industrial neighborhood. And this is one of the gallery space who we are working with, and they offer their space for this type of lectures. So this is called Kleindienst. And this space, I choose this space because it has different size. So there is one big room, which has a high ceiling, little bit also this is industrial. And if we move to this part, we can see a smaller space. So it could also support some curatorial ideas when you have a major space, and then you have maybe a lecture room or a presentation room or a research room. So I would say that this depending on you. So these are the three spaces. Again, the Leipzig space, the Le Sample in Paris, and the third one is the more traditional space, the Glacier Gallery in Budapest. Okay, so after this, after this, I would like to ask the following. I would put my colleague name in the chat, and I would like to ask first, please, all of you need to select one space.
Probably it's better to open the presentation.
Okay. Yes, I'll do this right now. So let me start the presentation. Okay, so this is the workshop on virtual curating, and these are the three spaces what I just mentioned to you. And now I would like to ask you to select a space. So the Glacier in Budapest is A, Le Sample Paris B, and Gallery Kleindienst C, and send an email to are you here?
Yeah.
So send an email to Sophie at.
May I open it?
Yes, please open it, because I just need to relog in, and you can share your screen meanwhile. And Barnabas, I think let's start the presentation. I will log in from a different device, and you can start the presentation.
So first, sorry for this interruption. Yes. So just to finish this email, so please send an email, because Sophia will send you a link, and through this link you will get the authorization to enter into that digital twin space.
Sure.
So if you choose a gallery space and you got the link, you can make your virtual exhibition in that space. So that will be the topic of the workshop in the second part. So that's why it's important, if you want to be really actively engaged in the process, it's good if you have a digital twin space and you can work inside that space as well, not just continuing the instruction from Balázs. So
okay.
That's why it would be important that everyone who is involved in this workshop would send an email and get a link. Okay, so you can do it during my presentation, of course.
So Barabás, I think you can keep your presentation up, and then you can paging, and I will talk until it's my part, and then you can take the mic. Okay.
Okay.
So let's move the next slide.
Yeah. So what is it all about? This idea with the Walters cube. I think that would be your turn, Balázs, if you can.
Yes. Thank you. So I choose this image because I think that many of us remember the time when we were young, that we used to when we wanted to listen music, many times we had to went to concert. And I would like to everyone to call back these memories, because I think we really lost this experience. But actually, that's very important, because I think that will be really connected to our workshop today. So please remember a time when you, in the 80s, when you wanted to listen to your music and you went to a concert, because maybe this band or this music was not available on your LP, on your shelf. So you really had to go to a place to listen a band, because that was the only way how you could listen it. Otherwise, you had to wait on the radio station to get the song, and you can record it if you could have a recorder in your LP. But otherwise, the music was not available on demand. There were no internet, there were no CDs, and it's important because that's how we used to listen music. And now, if you move to the next page, so now we are living in the age of Spotify, and this is how we are. This is how we are listening music today. But we are the last generation, I think, who live in the time what most of the humanity lived in the last 1,000 years, where music was only available in an analog format. Same happens if you think about movies. Same happened with movies. Many times, I remember in my childhood, I had to go with my grandmother to a Piadona movie or a James Bond movie to the movie theater, because otherwise this movie would gone forever. And this is important, because I believe that exhibition is something today which is the similar experience. So exhibitions are a place which you can only consume analog format if you go to a physical space, and that's why most of the visitors or most of the art professionals are excluded from this experience. So this is how we used to visit exhibitions back in time, and this is how we are visiting exhibitions today. So the whole idea behind Walters Cube, that why it happened, and why there were no built such technologies which can transform an exhibition to provide an online experience the similar way how we can transform music online and how we can transform movies online. So what is the problem? What was the problem, or what is missing? What is the missing puzzle here? That was the basic idea of the foundation of Walters Cube. So Barabás, if you move to the next slide, I think maybe I will talk this one, and then you can take it from here, okay? I will just make the bridge. So we find a pattern, which Barnabas will explain, and we checked with different cultural consumption, the patterns. And we could see a clear evolution in each different media. And it goes like this. So primary, there were a physical experience, an analog experience, which has a media. And the first revolution in every major industry started when somebody invented a machine which could capture the media and were able to transport it in a portable format. We will see in different examples. So that was the first revolution, the analog revolution. The second revolution was when we went from analog to digital. Then this revolution was much smaller when we actually created the analog revolution. And the third part of the revolution, when everything went to a platform. And now if we see different medias, Barnabas, maybe you can explain different medias, how it went, how these different medias went through in time. I cannot hear you.
So that's the pattern what Balázs just showed you. And there are some examples, and it's just a quick slide kind of survey to remember this process, which is a kind of acceleration of the technological innovations, and it's a clear direction from the analog to the digital, and from the digital to the online. And why is it important? Because the physical experience is always one-off, and in the term of space and time limited. So it's really important for the society to share it among as many people as possible. So this is somehow the tendency. So in the case of the text, the reading, the book was a revolutionary, the Gutenberg galaxy, as we are all very much aware. So that was already made available, the texts, the theories, the thoughts of certain people, for many, many people, not only those who were privileged to have the original manuscript, the single unique copies. So, and then it turned into digital, which is already from the 90s through different digital formats of the text, which was the first in this consumption case. And then right now, since we have internet, all of the texts are available anytime and from anywhere. So that's the most important, that you are not sticked into the time and the space relation. And it's more obvious in the case of the concert, the music. So it's clear that there was a real effort from the inventors to try the optimal or ideal device how to record the sound, especially the music for entertaining reason and so on. So that's another nice example how from the phonograph and the vinyl, the analog system had decades of history. And then in the 80s, it turned into digital through the CD. And it was only 20 years or even less. And then everything turned to online. So right now, the music is available on the Spotify. And this is the similar process for the moving images, for the movies, as the cinema was a dedicated space to see motion pictures. through the VHS analog technology, it was more widely available, and the DVD, and right now we have online the Netflix. And it's the question: what happened with the exhibitions as a cultural medium, as a format for cultural expression? So that's the medium which is a priori physical. So the exhibition is a display of object in space and time. So you have to be there physically to perceive the experience. So that's why it is treated that it's impossible to reproduce it or share in a bigger for bigger masses who are excluded in terms of time and space. So we know the huge, the long queues in front of the MoMA and the Louvre and the Vatican museums, where the people really would like to see the original, authentic artworks face to face in real time, in real space. So that was the phenomena when it started to be reproduced in the 20s, 30s through photography. That Walter Benjamin wrote his famous essay, The Work of Art in the Era of Mechanical Reproduction, when he started to understand the situation. Why is it different, and what is the difference between standing in front of an art piece or just watching books about the artworks or photographs? So that's the that's the question. What should be solved? He introduced this term aura into this situation, which is a kind of makes it understandable. Why is it different? The photo of an artworks and the real artworks. So this is a short quotation from his famous text, and there is this notion, which is the definition of the aura, because he has a kind of vague explanation about it. So the aura of the letter is the unique phenomenon of distance, however close it may be. So we understood this, that he is thinking about the aura as a special constellation of space and time. So to be in front of an artworks, that's a shared time and the shared space of the artworks and between the artworks and the viewer. So that was the question: how can we solve this problem, this challenge in the digital realm? So how can we create the digital aura? So, and we have a proposal for this, and that's the Walters Cube technology, which intend to provide the digital time and space experience in the online and virtual realm. So the most important component is to spend time in the space together with the artworks, and that's what we intended to create. And as you walked around, as Balázs made the presentation in the digital twin spaces, it provides the feeling, the perception, as you would be in the space, because you spend time in that space. So like if you go from one corner to the other corner of the room, it took the same time as it would happen in the real physical museum experience. And that's what recreated in the digital realm, in the digital space. And it has to be created a digital twin space, and that's what we showed you. So that provide an opportunity to visit an exhibition, to get an exhibition visit experience online, anytime, and from anywhere. So that's the platform solution for visiting exhibition.
Maybe I can add one more thing to the previous slides for now.
Yeah.
Just one. So as we discussed before, that once the music was only available in an analog format, and we had to invent a machine which was able to convert audio waves into a physical format to bring it to home, and then we can listen music on our living room. The same things happened analog format with VHS, where we were able to capture the sequences of images and sounds into a device and brought it to home. And when we brought this to digital format, to CDs or DVDs, that was not as big revolution comparing to not going to the concerts anymore, but be able to simply listen music on demand. And what Walter Benjamin is tried to, I think, explain in his article, that simply in the analog form, he says that because we cannot reproduce this distance in an analog, there is no way how we can reproduce this distance in the analog format, because with photo we only have a two-dimensional reproduction, while the reality is three-dimensional, and we cannot replace with a two-dimensional content a three-dimensional reality, because one dimension is missing. So he said, because in the age of mechanical reproduction, it's not possible. But now we are living in the age of digital reproduction. So in this evolution, one major step was missing. And if you would, we cannot imagine a world where we can visit exhibitions at home on demand in an analog format, because according to Walter Benjamin, it was not possible. And now that's a major shift, because now we would like to introduce a new model, how you would be able to actually publish and produce exhibition digitally without the experience what you have with music, what you have with movies, that you could listen to music at home like in the 80s, or watch movies at home like in the 80s. But this significant evolution step was missing here. So that's you need to a little bit think about this, that what we are trying to explain, I think it's obvious, but because it's not obvious because of the history of the analog reproduction. So that was my only no. Thank you.
Thank you, Balázs. So this digital twin as a technological solution, it's provide us many different directions of opportunities. So one is the archiving, documenting. So through this technology, we can preserve existing exhibitions digitally to make it available to visit in the space for the future generation. So this is the archiving, documenting. The other is the reconstruction. So it's more for the museum world. So to reconstruct situation or objects which are ruined or disappeared. So, and also you can bring past exhibitions back to life again. So you can recreate past exhibitions. So this is the reconstruction function. And the third, what I'm really go for right now, that's the virtual curating. So it's a very new, innovative way to create new exhibitions in this digital twin space without any physical or any other practical constraint. So you can create situation, you can realize your idea virtually, your curatorial vision, you can very easily visualize in the virtual space, and you can share, and you can use it exactly the same way as an exhibition. So you will see how how rich is the opportunities connected to this virtual curating. So this is just a slide about what WatersCube done already the past 7-8 years. So many exhibitions were documented in different countries, and it's already most of them, not all, are available in the onlineviewingroom.com website. And that's about this terminology, which is a kind of confusing, because I'm sure you met already, or you saw already many different versions of this online presence of artworks. And I just try to collect some buzzwords and some terms which are used quite randomly and confusingly and incoherently in the everyday speech, which makes a kind of chaotic view on this realm. But I suppose it's very important to somehow stick to certain technological solution, to name it with certain term or expression. Like virtual exhibition is different from the digital exhibition. So, but what's the difference? I think it's clear. I don't want to go into details, but I think you feel the difference, and it's important, the difference. And that's all about that. If we get more and more understanding about this technological background and how to use and what does it mean, I think it will get more clear, of course. So right now I would like to show you some examples of the available museum or exhibition visiting experience. So I would like to show you some examples, and I would like to share website. Yes, where is it? Oh, where is the website?
So meanwhile, I just ask everyone, if you have any questions, just please, you can also send it to Sophia or put it in the chat, and after the first part of the presentation, we try to answer it if we can. And yes, and then we have a short break. I will ask the audience how they feel, but okay, let's go back to Barnabas. So you can have questions after the first half.
Yeah, sorry. Probably it needs time to. Do you see?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah, okay. Great. So probably that's the technology that you would be most familiar. That's the Matterport technology, and it's imitating the experience that we are in the space, but we are not really in the space, because as you see, we are jumping in the space, only those spots which are indicated. And there, from that spot, it's a 360 panoramic image. So you can have some sense about the space, about the spatial relations, but you can't really spend the time, and you can't feel that you are spending time, because if you move, one hand it's a jump, and in other hand it's a kind of get closer of the image. So it's like a blow up. And it's very disturbing, the distortion, if you move around. So in the perspectives of the space. So this is the technology which is most widely known, but this is a panoramic solution. It's nothing to do about the space. But the photographic quality of the space, it's very high. So it's really like a series of photos in every detail from different directions. But it's not really experiencing the space and time. The next is, do you see? No.
Not yet.
Not yet. I have to share it. That's another. My computer a bit slow. So this is an exhibition from Paris, the Centre Pompidou, and you see, it's a model. It's a 3D model of the space. So you can move it somehow, but it's really artificial. It's the space of the Pompidou, but it's not a photographic, but a constructed 3D. It's much more like a game animation. And you see, you move in the space, but outside, the outdoor image is static. So it's really a kind of bad illusion about. Anyway, you can look around, you can move somehow in the space, and this is an exhibition which didn't exist physically. They just created in this way for a virtual tour about 1 year. So that was another kind of very specific example. And let's watch another one. And that's the other Pompidou exhibition, which is a nice example for reconstruction. So this is a Beyond Matter exhibition from the mid-80s, and they reconstructed in this way with this kind of graphic solution. So they completely modeled the original exhibition based on photo documentation. So you can see, for example, images. So it's like old style of CD-ROM. So you can see the structure of the space, and you can see the original photos of the exhibition. But the whole is not really a experience of a museum visit. So it's much more like a CD-ROM. But you can move in the space. It's quite difficult to move in, and it's a little bit slow and randomly works, you see. So it's not an idea, but it's a nice idea to reconstruct an already existed exhibition. And the last example is a show, which is the other common experience recently. That's the NFT exhibition. So, you know, NFTs are treated as artworks, but NFT basically existing only in digital format. So there is no real kind of physical entity of an NFT. So in this website, they are imitating a museum ambience with NFTs on the wall as artworks. But the whole solution is much more like a game and not really well.
Which platform is it, this one? Do you know?
This Musée de Central.
Okay.
So you see, it's a very conservative, traditional idea about museum. So they created this completely artificial CGI ambience for the NFTs. So these were just some examples, and I would like to go back my presentation. And I would like, after all this, to show you one example from our collection, from the online viewing room. This is an exhibition of Andres Serrano, which was arranged in New York at the Fotografiska in 2018. And this is a photo exhibition of him. And you can really walk around quite easily as a real museum visit, and you can get closer to the works. So you can get the concept, you can even read the wall text.
Sorry, Barnabas, this was the online viewing room, the one of Art Basel for Fotografiska, or is a platform from Fotografiska?
No, this is onlineviewingroom.com, Walter's Cube documentation on the exhibition of Fotografiska in New York.
So this is the Walter's Cube platform, basically.
Yes, this is.
Got it.
Yeah, maybe that was also a little bit maybe confusing. So the previous examples, what Barnabas showed, was different solutions or different type of platforms, how they try to solve this online exhibition experience. One was this Matterport type of experience, when you have this panorama pictures and you can have different dots, but you don't have this space experience. The other one was Pompidou, where they tried to initiate that you are in the Pompidou, but actually it didn't feel real. And when you move in the space, the view from outside, it was not changing. So the experience was not perfect. Also, when the other example, when they put this gray infrastructure, they tried to reconstruct an exhibition, but the textures, the lights, there were no real materials in this. So these were just different examples that how different organizations try to solve this problem. But what Barnabas is showing you now, this is a document. This is our technology, where you are able to visit an exhibition, a Serrano exhibition in the Fotografiska Gallery in New York. So this is now we have to always mention that now we are in Walter's Cube, back in Walter's Cube.
Okay, now it's good. I was just asking because Art Basel has the online viewing rooms, and it's the same name basically, to offer to their galleries participating in Art Basel a virtual experience, but it's not this one. It's not like this.
It's not, but it's not 3D Art Basel online viewing room. It's just a website basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I mean. That is all is terminology. So there are different technical solutions in the back, and there are completely different experiences based on this technology. So the online viewing room, it's right now, it could be like a PDF, like watching a book or just a folder, or it could be like this to walk through the exhibition.
Okay.
So,
Can we open and read the description of artworks and get more details on the works we're seeing while walking?
yes, there is the basic, you know, the captions.
Yeah.
But to get a real insight is with the help of our new feature, but Balázs will talk to you later about it. That's the AI-assisted art mediator called Walter. So it's not only reading the wall text, but you can ask anything connected to the exhibition from Walter. We will show you later this new feature, and the help and the assistance of the AI, you can get answered your questions.
So maybe after I don't know which example is left now from the presentation, because we can show the sample examples if you think.
Okay. So I stop this.
So just I would like to give you a sense of. Okay, now back to Walter's cube technology. So in this example, I would like to show you the different stages how you can develop a full curatorial concept. So as I mentioned before, this is the sample gallery, and Barnabás will mention about this project, but we did together with Paris 8, where they have a curatorial course, and in Paris, in this university, it's called mediators. Mediators is different from curators. It's somebody who is, after the exhibition is created, he is responsible for the audience engagement and making the exhibition live and talk about it. So basically, usually many other institutions, curators do this job, but here there are a special course for these activities. So Paris 8 University was working with the Saint-Denis district, which is North Paris, who has a huge collection of huge contemporary art collection, but they don't have any institution where they can showcase these collections. So they give the possibility to the students of the Paris 8 University to using their collection and exhibit it in a third place in the sample gallery. So it was a collaboration of three parties: the collection,
Balázs, you can show the slides.
Yes, the slide. Absolutely. So it's
further up, yeah, more. Yes, that.
Yeah. So okay, thank you. So the collaboration was with the sample gallery, Paris 8 University, and Saint-Denis district, and it's usually the situation which many cases you are facing as a curator, that the artworks are somewhere, you are another country or another city, and the exhibition, what you would like to organize, it's in the third country or a third city. So these three things are, most of the cases are not at the same place at the same time, and most of the efforts that how you can combine these three things together, the place, the artworks, and yourself, and moving these objects there, it costs a lot of money and time and efforts, and that's why to realize an exhibition it takes enormous time. And the idea what we are going to present you today is that how you can utilize your skills and your knowledge and your experience to realize exhibitions without any limitations, without financial limitations, without technological limitations, without space limitations, simply by taking a digital twin of a museum or a gallery, getting the digital reproductions of an artworks and making a curatorial concept. So I would like to show you an example how the Paris 8 University used this technology to create an exhibition from the collection of the Saint-Denis in the exhibition space of the Le Sample Gallery. So this is now you can see the realization of the work of the students. And if you walk around, this is a typical curatorial exhibition. Around and you see objects, you see different type of artworks. Even you can see video works. But how I would usually describe this type of experiences. So when you are going to a contemporary exhibition, a curatorial exhibition, and you don't have the references, you don't have the context, it's really like watching a Japanese movie without subtitles. So you are seeing, you have some references, and you can see you can maybe have some thoughts about it, but without the knowledge, without the context, you don't really understand, or you don't really get the deep sense what's going on, what's going around in this space. So that's why we developed the third level of the experience, when you can have your own art mediator who you could train about your exhibitions. You can teach about all of the artworks, and then this art mediator will learn from you what is important about the show, and then he would be able to guide visitors through your exhibition based on the visitor age, experience, knowledge, profession. So I just would like to show you step by step this process, because it's really need to get deep. So first, I would like to ask to just realize that before we were in a digital twin in the Sample Gallery. Now we are in an exhibition. Actually, this exhibition was realized after. So actually, this was first exist virtually, and then they realized this exhibition physically as well. But it could happen that you can imagine this exhibition in a way when, imagine if this exhibition would never exist, would never have a physical form, but still we are experiencing an exhibition. Why? Because we have this unique time and space experience. So when I'm walking among these artworks, I can get closer and further, and I can spend time among these artworks, and I get real memories about, not just me, but all of us who are here today. Now we have an experience and memories walking around in the Le Sample Gallery in Paris, but all of us are somewhere else physically in the world. But this is the experience what I believe that Walter Benjamin could talk about when he was talking about the aura, that how we can actually experience the aura of an artwork with time and space. So this is the first level. And this is what you are going to do today. So selecting one of the digital twin, you would be able to create similar experiences. And this we call virtual curating, what Barnabas explained. So
may I add something to this?
Please.
So this is yes. So just answering your question as well. So that was part of the educational process. So at the curatorial course, they had to put together collectively curated exhibitions. So they had to select the works from the collection. And there are many options, and all the works are in the collection in boxes and pegged. So they have no really chance to check it in the actual exhibition space. So to solve this challenge, it's the best solution to make virtual tests. So during the preparation process, those group of the curatorial course who were responsible about the exhibition and the content, they were working together for more than a week, selecting the appropriate works from the collection, and they made several different narratives from the collection. And they discussed the different versions, and it was very easy to change the photos, to change the objects, and create different kind of variation why they find the optimal, and which all of them could agree. So in this sense, it's a really easy tool to increase this kind of collaborative method between the curators, and to test the different versions, the different ideas. And the images were, of course, provided from the collection. They got the JPEG images, so it was quite easy to test with them. The 3D objects, it's more complicated, so it's needed a kind of collaboration between the studio, between Walter's Cube and the collection, because they had to scan it. The 3D scan, it's a kind of easy process, so it's not so complicated. It could be done with any camera and even a phone. So, and the post-production is in Walter's Cube studio. So they got in 2 days the 3D scanned objects, what they already can put into the space. And also the video, it's also a kind of easy tool. They just had to put a TV screen in the size what they prefer, or it even could be a projection scale, and send us a link, a YouTube link or Vimeo link or anything, and we can provide to embed into the space. So all these medium are very easily handled, except the 3D, which is a bit complicated, but we are working on too.
Okay, thank you, Barnabas. So as we said, that was the second level. After the empty digital twin, the students were able to create an exhibition using the digital reproductions of the artworks, either if they were objects or like photos, graphics, motion pictures, or physical objects. So here you have some references. And the third level was when the students were able to teach the AI about each of the objects, and the AI learned the curatorial concept, they learned the exhibition, and then they were able to present it by itself. And actually, this is the art historical momentum, because this is the first time when actually we are going to show this in front of like a professional audience, the third level of the experience. So we really wanted to bring it to the hands of professionals, and that's why we are very excited about this meeting. So let me introduce you, Walter, who is the first art mediator, who you can teach about an exhibition, teach about each of the artwork, and then he would be able to talk about it. So just give you a short test. I can just give you an example. So let's say, so hi Walter, please introduce me this exhibition in 3 sentences and talk about the curatorial concept, what we can see here. So then Walter understands what I'm asking, and Walter is able to interpret it. I hope you will hear his answer, but if not, you would be able.
No, unfortunately, we can't hear.
Yeah, but we can read it.
So that's pity, because actually the sounds where it's coming out, then it's the same. It has to go to the microphone, but here you can see that she is speaking and talking about the ideas. But I can tell him, okay, so let's say I am. So hi Walter, I can see an image with a lot of black and white dots on this image. Please tell me, what is this image about? Who is the artist, and what is it for? In maximum 4 sentences. Thank you. So he's not only able to answer my questions, but he's also able to understand what I'm seeing. So it says that the first glance, it appears as an abstract artwork consisting of black and white spots, but upon closer inspection, the spots are actually tightly packed people, creating a visual representation of a crowd. The work explores themes of anonymity and the overwhelming nature of urban life, illustrating how individuals are often submerged in the mass of crowd. It is part of series based on press archives depicting gatherings of anonymous people in the streets of Paris. So, and if you go closer, you can actually really see the people, how it's a crowd of people. But you can ask other things. That okay, I can Walter, I can see a room with a young boy, half naked, standing in a pose. What is it about? How you can connect it to the curatorial concept? Please answer in maximum 3 sentences. And then he understands what I'm seeing, and he is able to connect it to able to. So I think that from these examples, you get the point that as a curator, you put a lot of efforts in an exhibition. It's an enormous time to bring these artworks together. This tool, what we would like to provide you today, is actually, we believe that this is the tool where you can put all your efforts into one place. And then through digital aura, these experience can be shared, and the knowledge what you put in an exhibition as a curator can live through the physical format of the exhibition. Or if you have a curatorial idea, what you would like to realize, but it's not feasible because of financial resources or because of physical limitations, you can still realize this exhibition in a digital form, and you can share the experience, and invite other people to visit your exhibition. So I think that according to the agenda, it is. Let me check the agenda. So we should supposed to have a break.
But we have some questions.
Okay, so I don't know. Let's ask the audience, would you like to have a break, or we can continue? If somebody wants to have a break, we can.
I think we can answer some questions now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the question: is a twin exhibition space is a precondition? Could we use the tech in any space? Yeah, of course, you have to make a digital twin space first to create their virtual exhibitions or to make exhibitions inside. But to make a digital twin space, it's not so complicated process. So it is the same like the 3D scan. So if you make a photograph 300-400 photographs on a smaller scale, 700-800 photographs on a bigger scale institution, and you upload it to our server, we can provide the digital twin in 2 weeks or something. But Balázs can tell you more about this technology. So, yeah, so you can make the recording, the photographic part, and we can make the post-production.
Yeah. So technically, we developed a process how anybody can create a digital twin using a simple phone. You have to take photos and videos, uploading to our server, and then we can recreate the 3D model and the digital twin of the location. So if you plan a future exhibition in a museum, or you just want to realize an exhibition and you have a good connection to certain museum or institution or universities anywhere in the world, we just need someone who can take pictures, send it to us, upload it to the server, and then we can convert this into a digital twin that anybody can have, not anybody, but those who have the rights can have access to this digital twin, and you can manipulate it, you can put artworks there, and actually you can create an exhibition situation.
Thank you. It's clear.
Okay. Any more questions? I don't see all the participants, so if I don't see somebody raising their hands, simply just put your questions in the text.
You can raise your hand. There is a button.
There are some questions in the chat. So does your platform support videos and sound files? Yes. As you saw that the videos were there, and also with sound, it's very interesting because in many exhibitions, the sound installation has a 3D effect. So if you can put different speakers, for example, in different corners in the space, and when you are moving in the space from one corner to another, the sound installation is really part of the space. So
you going?
Are you going?
So actually we can recreate this sound installation in 3D, and you can actually really experience sound in 3D. So can you mute, please, those who are speaking, because I just hear some echo. Thank you. So yes, the answer is yes, we can. What I say that anything what you put in the physical form, you can do it online, even if it's a kinetic objects, even if it's a sound installation, even if it's a moving image, even if it's a sculpture, a relief. Technically, everything is possible. The students did the digital scans whenever required. What is the cost of the 3D scan model? So yes, the students created the scans by themselves, and actually, as Barabás mentioned, they send us the photos and we made them the post-production. What we are now working on a technology that basically anybody would be able to create the 3D scans of an object, and you would be able to upload it. Currently, it's a little bit more time consuming. So, but if you have a project, feel free to reach out to us, and usually, if you like the project, we can even do it to support different projects. But technically, I would say that it could be from 50 to 200 euros to make one scan currently. But in the future, we would like to reduce it to 0, so you would be able to do it by yourself, and you don't need us or anyone to make this happen. Is a twin exhibition space a reproduction? No, precondition could be.
Yeah, I answered that.
Yes. We will answer your questions soon. Yeah. Okay. So if there are no questions, because the time we have limited time, I would I would suggest to jump in the process of virtual curating. During the break, I think that most of you have received an email from Sophie, and in this email you would get now access to your digital twin. The email what you received should have the title like Exhibition Shared with You, IKT Walters Cube Workshop. This is how it looks like. And please go to your email. So now the second part of the workshop, we plan to do it simultaneously. So the best would be if you would just follow the instructions, and then if anybody has some problems, then we try to solve it. So please go to your email and you received your digital twin. I asked for the sample, and now in this email you can choose if you want to visit it or you want to modify it. Now please go to modify the exhibition, and this is what you should see when you press the button. So this is the starting image of the vCurator, and you would see the digital twin in the background. So when you start the vCurator, probably the first, it will ask you to sign in because you haven't signed in yet. This is what you have to do only the first time. So you say, okay, I would like to sign in. It's important to sign in. And then you can please sign in with the same email address what you provided in the communication, because we associated this digital twin to that email address. If you are not sure which email address you are using, you can ask in the chat. But if you have received the email from Sophie, then please use that email to sign in. I use one of my Google, so I can just connect this to my Google account, and then it's, because I was already logged in with my Google, so I'm logged in already. Then it was easy for the system to recognize that I'm logged in with my user, so I was able to start the curation. Okay, so now we are in the digital twin, and as I mentioned in the beginning, we have 3 different digital twins. So many of you could have other digital twin, not the sample. Again, the navigation. So first, everyone, I would like to ask to try out the navigation, how you can move around in the space. And I'm talking a little bit because everybody have different internet access. So probably for someone it would take a little bit longer, someone it take a little bit faster. So once you enter to your digital twin, then you can just walk around simply by using the arrows. I'm using my arrows on my keyboard, and simply just use these arrows. If you don't have arrows on your keyboard, you can use the WASD. I put it in the chat box in case someone couldn't catch it up. So navigate in the space, use arrows, up, down, left, right. If you don't have arrows, use letter V, up, S, down, A, left, D, right. So you can use the letters on your keyboard not to navigate, and look around is very simple. Just press the left mouse button if you are using mouse, and when you are press and hold the left mouse button, move your mouse, and this is how you can look around in the space. So look around is, I just put it in the chat. Look around, press and hold left mouse button and move the mouse. If you don't have mouse, use touchpad. I have a question, and then I have to leave too, unfortunately. Does your AI need to be fed info by us, or can source on its own like ChatGPT? Many thanks to IKT for organizing and Walter's Cube to presenting. Super interesting. Okay, so answer to the question, Michaela Giovanotti.
I answered, Balázs. I wrote a short answer, so we will talk about later.
Okay. But she has to leave. So the short answer is you need to teach here the AI yourself, but you can use sources from abroad. But each exhibition is unique, and ChatGPT doesn't know anything about your exhibition, so that's why you need to provide information. But the source can be Wikipedia. The source can be many exhibition catalogs. It can be websites, so that you can use different source for providing AI, feed the AI, but you have to do it because this exhibition for ChatGPT and for Google is not exist what we are going to do now. So that's why you need to feed him with information. So now everybody, I hope everybody can enter to the space. May I ask if anybody has any problems or if you're able to have access to the space? Great. So let's, if you already brought your artworks and you have a folder, it's great. First, I would like to show those who haven't got any materials yet, how to collect materials simply from the internet. So now I'm going to use the secondary archive, who we also going to make a project together. And Katalin Ladik is a very famous Hungarian artist, and her media is mainly photos. So I'm going to use download certain photos from the website. So I'm just using the first photo. So it's photo edge. I'm just downloading now, let's say 5 images. Yeah. So these are the 5 images that I just downloaded. And from here, you can start to use your own collection or your own materials. I just downloaded some image. So first we need to upload these images to the storage room, which is on the left side. Currently, my storage is empty. So when to upload an image, you have to start that process. And first, it's going to ask you in which units you are counting. You know, we have two different words. We have centimeters and metrics and inch. I'm using now centimeters, but if any of you is more comfortable with inch, just select the inch. The auto align currently is not needed, so you can turn it off. And here we are. So I would start simply upload images. So by pressing this upload images, you can go to the folder on your computer where you have those images, and you can select all of them at once. So I've downloaded now 4 images from the website. So I just open it. And once I open this image, these images would appear on the left side of my storage place. So let's say maybe I'm going to use this wall, this wall, this wall, and this wall to put images there. So first I just putting the images on the wall. On this wall I would use 2 images. As you see, I haven't explained, but you need only just drag and drop. So you have to click with your mouse, or if you're using a touchpad, just from your touchpad, you click on this as you would drag and drop any images from your computer to a website or to an email. There is something. There is an issue with this one. Okay, let's put this image here. Okay, now it's good. So as you see now, I uploaded. It's immediately now we are in an exhibition. Okay, so it's immediately we find ourselves in an exhibition situation, and I realized.
Sorry, Balázs.
Yes.
To interrupt, but the size of the image is important.
Yeah, I will now start.
It's important to understand that the default is 1 meter.
Yes.
Width. So if there is no indicated size, it will be always 1 meter.
1 meter. I think the shortest part, because if it's a vertical image, then the shortest part will be 1 meter. If it's a horizontal image, then the height will be 1 meter. So that's thank you for the note. So now I realize that might I want to use this wall for text. So I would like to replace this image from here to this wall. So I can simply always click on the settings button, and then you can find these 4 arrows, and you can always press and hold these 4 arrows, and then you can move these artworks anywhere in the space. So now I realize that I want to use this space for some text. So maybe it's better to put these artworks on this wall. Okay, so now we immediately as you saw, the exhibition, the digital twin as an empty space is completely changed because now we already have artworks inside. So what we can do with these images? First of all, we can scale the images, and probably it's not works. First of all, with some media, with a photo, you can do it freely because you can enlarge a photo to any size. It's the question. It could be a curatorial concept, or it can be simply a decision of the artist. But let's say you have different. You would like to adjust a painting for an exact size. So you can always go to the settings of a painting and go to this bar. And if you go here, you can always add information. So this art, and let's start with the size. So now, as Barnabas mentioned, in the default, we put it 100 centimeter or 1 meter, but it can be adjusted. So let's say I would like to put it 140. If I press the OK button, now as you see, these images immediately get bigger. Let's say I want to change this to half of it. You could see that now this image get smaller, and this is really what I think it's important when we are talking about the digital aura. So if you would see this image on Instagram, probably you would see this. So on Instagram, every image is the same, and you don't have any sense of the size. So the first experience about digital aura is that actually you can feel the size of the works, and you can see that something is bigger or smaller because you are experiencing these objects in a space with a distance, and this distance allows us to experience the artworks and experience the size and the measurements. So now let's say I just made this setting. So I scale these artworks into different size, and let's say that now I finished I put all the artworks in the proper size. So please, I would like to ask all of you, just upload your artworks and put it on the wall, and try with few of them this feature. It's not a problem if we are not finishing these exhibitions today, but I would like to ask you just to try all these features, because then you can play with it after, so you can have plenty of time to practice. I just would like to ask you to do it step by step with me, so you understand the process. So first, log into your digital twin, try the navigation to walk around in the space using your arrows, upper arrow, back arrow, left and right. Look around with your mouse, and then start to uploading artworks on the bottom top corner. Now it works. Okay, thank you. So, and then after you uploading some artworks from your local device, you can drag and drop them on the wall. Again, if you are using a website like me, you can just, with the right click, you can always download any image from any website. So let's go back to the virtual curating process. Now, now we have some artworks. What we can do with these artworks? So first of all, we can put frames. We can try these artworks with different frames. The process is the same. So if you want to add frames to these artworks, go to the settings and use this icon on the top right corner, and you can choose between two options, stretched canvas or framed canvas. So if you want to add some frames around some artworks, just simply select the framed canvas, and then you have here different frame options. So this is the width and the height is the size of your artworks, and then you have depth and width for the frames. You have depth of your image, and also for your mat board. So let's say now I'm going to change some frame width. I would put this frame to not 5 centimeters, but to 10 centimeters. Also, I would like to use the mat board, not 5 centimeters, but 20 centimeters. As you see now in the exhibition, the frame and the mat board totally changed the context. You have a different artworks, because that's why we put frames around the artwork. So it's changed the appearance, it's changed the meaning, and in many ways, it's really a curatorial decision. You know, you put it frame or without frame, how you would like to change colors. You can also change colors of the frame. You can, first of all, the textures. You can change the colors of the frame. Let's say you would like to put it a little bit grayish color, and it's not so gray. Let me put a little bit more grayish. Frame color, gray. Okay. Now it's gray. So it's gray, and you can also change the colors of the mudboard, of course. I would put a frame around this artwork just to show you the process again. So I would put the mudboard 10, frame width 8, and the color of the frame should be, let's see, pink. But you see that now that immediately the two artworks completely changed. Now with the changing colors, it's a totally new narrative. And I will not repeat it with the others, but I would like to ask you to, if you have uploaded any artworks, just please go to the settings and select the framed canvas. Try to put different width. Change the width of the frame, I would suggest. Change the mudboard. And then press OK, and then you will see how it's totally affect how it's affect to your exhibition. Okay. So please continue to do this until you can again how you can move artworks around. Let's say you would like to change two artworks in the space. Maybe you would like to put these artworks not here, but to this wall. Then you go to the settings with the 4 arrows. You can move these artworks to another wall. Or if you want to bring these artworks to this place, you can take it from here and move it to this wall, and then bring the other artworks to the other wall. So it's really like, as Barabás mentioned, it's super easy. It's just a drag and drop tool. But we understand when you use a software the first time, there could be technical difficulties or anything. So that's why we are here. So there is no stupid questions. Please feel free to ask us anything. Maybe there is some setting issue. So if something doesn't work, just let us know. So, okay, that's pretty much how you are putting flat artworks into the space. And flat artworks can be anything which has a flat surface. It can be a photo, it can be a painting, it can be anything works on paper, even an NFT, which only exists digitally. You can put here an NFT works and put a frame around it, and then you can create a real exhibition. So let's see what else we can do. Okay, the next thing I would say that after you set the artworks properly, it's also part of the curatorial work that you need to add information. So, okay, what is the title? Who is the artist? Technique, year, description. All these things is important part of the story. So first, I would use this information here. And just copy here, and then it's good because I can just copy paste the text here. So this is the name of the artist, Katalin Ladik. I just paste and copy it to the artist name. Spring cleaning. This is the title of the artworks. That's the title. Year 2012. Just put it 2012. And this is a performance at the medieval festival in Komárom, Hungary, and courtesy of the artist. So I would leave it here. So the description, I think it's a perfect description. This is a performance at the medieval festival in Komárom, Hungary. The technique is we can put photo, or we can put print on anything, print on canvas. So this is a free text, what you can use. If you want, this is more for galleries, you can set a price, but it's more for commercial usage. I think maybe it's not relevant here, but if you are working for a gallery, you can set a price. And then because these works also can be sold through these digital twins. So if you are using selling NFTs, you can create an NFT exhibition, set a price, and then somebody can purchase these works. So now this artworks has all the images, or all the informations. Let's move the next one. So I just copy this text from here. I think it is from the same performance, because all of them are telling that this is from this performance festival. But it's easier because then we can execute faster. So I go to I just paste everything in the bottom and putting this information to the right place. Oh, this is spring cleaning. Okay, now it's a good example, which I'm put it in later, because it seems that the spring cleaning was a performance, and the title of the performance was spring cleaning. So if you are using different images, then maybe we should maybe now I just made up some titles. So this is connecting dots. This is really just I would like to emphasize that it's an educational workshop. So please forgive me if I'm making some not relevant context. I'm just using it to demonstrate the technology. So here I'm going to just add titles just to be able to differentiate the different type of objects.
But why is it important? Explain it.
It's important because later, first of all, probably this is the real case. And if you have an exhibition, probably there are artworks, and the artist himself or herself provide this information of the title. But later for the AI, it's important because if you have two artworks with the same title, then it can confuse the AI, because he would not understand if you talk about the artworks based on the title. The AI could get confused which artworks are you referred to. We have a solution for this, but I would say that this is for a more advanced course. We would explain how to handle different same title artworks in the same exhibition. But for now, let's keep it easy and simple. So I just put some titles there. Okay, maybe this has a different title because it looks like it's a different. Yeah, so, okay, this is a different title. So as you see, this image is much older. It's a vintage image. The artist is the same. I'm just copying the artist name, and the title here is different. Tribune of Novi Sad, Serbia, courtesy, change art. So maybe that's the title, change art. And the year is 1975. And the description could be, this is a performance at Tribuna Mladih, Novi Sad, Serbia. Okay. So we have the third artwork description. And let's find this one, what we know about this. Yes, it also has a different title, so it's good. I'm just pasting and copy this information, so it's pretty much a similar work what curators are doing when they are collecting information. I put the artist name, and please, I would like to ask you, Black Shave poem. Please do it yourself. This is a practical workshop, and the most what you can get out from this workshop if you are doing this process step by step with us, because then we can help you if you get lost in some part of the process. Okay, so this is, we have one more artwork left, this one. And I would say this artwork is here. Okay, this is, again, this is from the same performance, so I will change the title. Just, again, for the practical educational purpose. This is not the real title of this artwork, but this is just for explanation. So change art, I would say change art 2, because we have already an artwork in this title, change art 2. And everything else will be the same, 1975. And because the title is different, then we can identify it as two separate artworks. Okay, now we have uploaded what we have done so far. So we were able to get some artworks from the internet, or if we brought our own artworks to some local files, we were able to upload them to the digital twin. We could scale the artwork by changing the measurement here. You can, and then it's automatically changed the size. Then we learn how to put frame around the artwork by selecting framed canvas instead of stretched canvas. And then the frame appears immediately. You can unframe it simply by going back and select stretched canvas back, and then the frame is gone. So I think now, let's say now we finished the flat artworks. Sophie, could you please send in the chat the code for the object artworks, because now I would like to show you how you can put sculptures in the space. And I need Sophie help because Sophie created code which you can use during this workshop. And Sophie will write this code now into the chat box. And once Sophie wrote this code into the chat box, I would be able to start to continue my presentation. Sophie? So let's wait a few minutes. Sophie is searching now for the code. I will continue the presentation. So if you want to add object artworks, if you add object artworks, that's add object artwork. You have to select add object artworks from the list. So again, you go to add artworks, and until now we were uploading images, but now we would like to add object artworks. So let's say you have to go to select from personal collection. And then you have access to different type of object artworks. Again, so this is only for educational purpose. For this, you can select different type of objects just to see how this technology can be used when you would like to create an exhibition. The size of the object artworks is fixed because it came from the reference of the physical object. So if the object in the reality is 30 centimeter, then the object will be 30 centimeter in the digital twin. If the object is 2 meter, then you would have the object 2 meter in the digital twin. And this is also part of the digital aura, what I mentioned before, that here you can perfectly experience different type of objects and how it appears in a space. So I'm using now different type of objects just for demonstration. So you can drag and drop the object the same way how you would do it with the flat artworks. So you get these 4 arrows and you move it in the space like this. And now this object is faced to this wall, so it's not good. I would like to turn it. And it's also very easy. The object works a little bit than flat artworks because the object could have a rotation, like how you would like to face this object. So when you move your mouse to the object, the same icon, you will have a new button, this rounded arrow. And if you press and hold this rounded arrow, you are able to rotate the object around. So let's say I would like to put it in the corner and put it like this. Then I can go closer and I can see, is it good or not? Maybe I would like to take a little bit further and I would like to make parallel this sculpture with this wall. So I can a little bit move the rotation, and now the sculpture is still not perfect. Let me check. Now let's say now it's parallel, and I will move a little bit to this wall. Okay, I forget to explain or mention a very important tool here, but you can use even with the flat artworks. So if you are going to the settings, you see different data around the artworks. This data is just showing the distance between the artworks and between the edge of the wall or between the next artwork. So let's say you have a concept that you would like to place this artwork exactly 120 centimeter above the ground floor. So you can simply change it, like put it like 120, and then the artwork moves up perfectly. So, or you want to have this distance exactly 95 or 85 centimeter between each other. So you put 85, and then this image the two artworks would get 85 centimeter next to each other. So you can do this with all the other artworks. So let's say you see that you would like to maybe put these artworks the center of this area, and you see that you have 200 centimeters on one side and 160 centimeter on the other side. So the distance is 40 centimeter. I would put here 180, and now it's getting more close to the center. So you can try different arrangement, and it really gives you a help to create an exhibition exactly to your need. So let's say it's I would like to put it 45 centimeter. Okay. And this is what you can do with sculptures as well. So let's go back to the sculpture, and you want to, if you want to place this sculpture, let's say 1 meter from this wall, you put 1 meter, and then it will go exactly 1 meter. And if you want to place exactly 1 meter from this wall, then you can put 1 meter here. And now this sculpture is perfectly aligned 1 meter from both walls. Okay, this is one sculpture. We can have this relief type of artworks, which is, I'll show you an example, which is like this. So this is a work of art what you can place on the wall, and you can see how it looks if you put, because you can have object artworks on the wall or on the floor, and these are different situations. So this is another piece. This is actually a Duchamp digitized Duchamp work. It's called Fresh Widow. And let's find a spot for this artwork. I will put it there. I put it here. So you can move the object artworks with the arrow, and that's it. Okay, so now as we walk around, we can see that now it's really getting close to a real exhibition. So I just missed the curatorial concept part. This is something what Barnabas can talk about, how the virtual curating or the digital twin can support you with different curatorial ideas. But just one example that, now I would like to take out this artwork, for example, and put another one in the space, and it's totally will change the experience. Now it's a horse, and I will put the horse in the middle of the room, and it's a completely different exhibition. So let's put as a centerpiece. Make some rotation. Yes, and now this exhibition has a completely different experience while I'm walking in this space. Okay, now last but not least, I would like to show you how you can put text on the wall, and what we learn now, how you put artworks, upload artworks in the storage room, how you drag and drop them into the space, how you are moving the artworks in the space, how you can set the distance of the artworks between each other or between the edge of the wall, how you can fill out artwork informations, title, artist name, technique, how you can set the dimension of the artwork, and how you can select a stretched canvas or a framed canvas, how you can put frame or unframe the artworks. Then I showed you how you are able to drag and drop object artworks in the space, the similar way how you are just drag and drops flat artworks on the wall. This one you can rotate. You always use the settings button for rotation, and then you can move the artworks anywhere in the space. How you can, this is how I forgot to show you, if you want to remove an artwork from the space, you simply just have to unmark this box here. This means that this artwork is in the exhibition. If you unmark it, it goes back to your storage room. So that's that's simple how you can put an artwork there or bring it back to the storage room. So now I would like to show you another important features, because you would like to use text many times for your exhibition. So I'm going to add some text, but I have to search for a wall, which is the best. Okay, maybe I will put these artworks from here to a different position, to a different place. And I will put it here because I want to use this nice white wall for exhibition text. And if you have your curatorial concept, you are welcome to use it. Now I'm going to use the text from the artist page of secondary archive. So how I'm going to do this? You can see a text button on the top of the screen. Simply press text and you say add text. And before you start to enter your text here, this is the most important box in the text feature, because this shows the relative box, the relative size, the size of the box of your text. So now this square is a 30 by 30 centimeter square, which is pretty small. If I would like to use it as a title, I would like to have like a minimum 1 meter and 50 centimeter. So now you can imagine that this entire area is 1 meter width and 50 centimeter height. The font size, it's always relative of the size of the text box. So for the title, I would use maybe 250, and let's put it some text here. Katalin Radic solo show. And if I press the OK button, then I can put this text somewhere in the wall, let's say here. And now I'm using the text from the artist website. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's too much. I don't know. I'm just paste and copy it from here. And I would like to add another text box, which is 100 centimeter wide and 220 centimeter long. And the size of the font should be 100. Let's see what happens if I would. Okay, let's see how it looks like on the wall. Maybe not too bad. Yeah, I think it's readable. If you want to, you can always. It's perfect actually for museum exhibitions when you would like to test how big would be the letter before you print it out. You can just make a demo on your wall and see how it looks like. How will visitors perceive your text and how much will it readable? So now I think it's a perfect text for this show. And okay, finally, before you finishing your exhibition, you need to add exhibition information. So let's say this is a good title: IKT Walters Cube Workshop, Parag Balázs Virtual Exhibition. I would not put my name here as a curator. It's good to have some short description here. I will put the same text what I was using on the wall. And if you want to this is the image what will be the front page of your exhibition. So feel free to take a photo from any point in the space. Let's say I would like to use this as the header of the show, or the okay, that's I like. And once you finish, everything is ready. And let's finish our exhibition. What does it mean? It means that now, until this exhibition exists only on my computer, but now I would like to make this exhibition accessible 24/7 from all over the world. So to finishing the exhibition means that we have to actually create my exhibition. And here we can select the visibility of the show. It should be public, unlisted, private, saved as a draft. It's pretty much the same like in the YouTube videos. So if you publish a YouTube video, you can select how you would like to publish your exhibition. So you say create my exhibition, and then now all the information, the images would be uploaded to the cloud, and it takes less than a minute, and your show would be available. Let me show you how it looks like. You can say close, and if you go to online viewing room, actually, if you go to online viewing room, or even on the workshop, you can go to exhibitions. This will show you your exhibition. Because it's shared. Okay, you have to go to share with me, because this exhibition originally was shared by Sophie with you. So you have to find it on the shared with me button. Now you can see that if you have many imagine you have many exhibitions, here you have access to all of your exhibition. Now on this account, I only have this one exhibition. Here you can add more people. So let's say I would like to invite Barnabas and add him as an editor, because I would like to collaborate with him. So I can set as an editor and send him an invitation. So then Barnabas would have access to this exhibition, and maybe I can ask Sophie. But I would like to give her only viewing rights. So I would set as a viewer. So it means that she can visit the exhibition, but she cannot modify it. And then you can, I close it, done. You see that now we have people who have access to your show. Sophie, who is a viewer, Barnabas, who is an editor in your exhibition. It means that he can also, Barnabas also can add works in the show. He can remove artworks. He can do pretty much the same what you can do. And if you want to visit this exhibition yourself as a visitor, you just simply go to the visit button, and this is how the landing page of your exhibition looks like. I'm just share this exhibition in the Google chat with all of you, and I would like to share it with you just to demonstrate what does it mean when we finish an exhibition together, but actually what does it mean when all of us now can, I would invite you, let's say I would like to make an opening for this exhibition. So I would like to invite you to come to visit my exhibition, and let's do it together. So please click on the link that I sent on the Google Meet. And on this link, now together, we could go to the sample gallery, and I can just walk you around in the show. Let me. It may take 1 minute to enter to the exhibition, but I think it worth the time. And please, I'm curious how many of you could join the exhibition. I'm actually inside and waiting for someone.
I'm in.
You are in. Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Can you walk around a little bit? You are walking inside because I cannot see you.
And walking towards the halls.
Okay, great. So it's pretty much
in front of the text now. Yeah.
Okay. I think now you can experience it, and as you see, the whole process took 1 hour. Definitely, if you would put more curatorial efforts, you would put more research, then that could be developed much further. But I wanted to show you a technical demonstration. First of all, how you can realize your exhibition. I think that we have one more. How much time we have left, Barnabas? Half an hour. Okay. Maybe we can have a few minutes. First of all, until this point, please tell me what was your experience? Were you able to proceed? How did you find it? Was it difficult? Do you have any suggestion? So I'm looking for now, first of all, your feedback. What is your first impression? Anyone can share her or his thoughts. Because until now, this part was about how we can create exhibition virtually using a digital twin of a physically existing space and put artworks there, which also has a physical material, put there flat artworks or object artworks, and creating a curatorial situation. So do you have any questions maybe until this point? Alfredo, what was your experience?
I think it was good, actually. It's I expected to be more difficult than I didn't finish my exhibition. I just uploaded basically the artwork without any frame or without any text and without any information, just to position them. And then I save it as a draft, so I can go back and finish it. Yeah, I have to say I expected a much more complicated type of learning process in a way. I think it's been really good. It's actually super easy to use, and the render of the project is really good.
Oh, thank you very much. Actually, that was what we hoped for, but it's very good when somebody.
No, do you remember that when we discussed about the workshop? I was saying, well, it would take more than an hour and a half or 2 hours to do an exhibition online. Obviously, you have to have all the information prepared, like images and text and curatorial narrative and information on the artworks or whatever. But and the bigger the exhibition, the more time it takes. But it's actually very easy.
Great. Anna, please share your thoughts, because you just also have some questions, maybe. You need to unmute yourself, Anna.
Sorry. Yeah, it's not a question, it's just some feedback. It was extremely easy to use. So I'm also just considering the potential of this software in terms of making like your layout, using it a bit more as a mock-up for like the curatorial process, to have discussions with your colleagues. I actually got to place some of the works in the space, and it took me 2 minutes. So yeah, very easy to use.
Thank you so much. Okay, Barnabas, you wanted to mention something because you also raised your hand.
No, I wanted to open for Anne, but anyway, I just would like to ask you, Balázs, that did you intend it to open for a multiplayer mode?
Yes, but somehow I just have to.
Yeah, because you shared a different link.
No, actually it's a multiplayer.
Yeah, but I'm alone in that.
Okay, so we are going to get the alpha beta. I have to check because maybe we have to switch on the multiplayer with my colleague. So what I would also maybe I'm going to share with you, not now but another time, that how you can actually experience these exhibitions together with other. But now I would somehow it doesn't work, but next time I will going to show you. So maybe we can jump on the next part. But I would have a little difficulties here because if we have to train AI, actually we have to talk about the artworks. Barnabas, what do you think? Can you help to give some text for these artworks?
No, I don't think so. No, I think I think you can just show the format because it's too long.
Yeah, so maybe it's a good idea. Maybe I will show the
and probably we can arrange a next session dedicated only for the AI training. If you have already an exhibition, you have all the information, you have all the concept, but you will see based on the next few minutes what is important you have, and then you can make it. So I think for information as a first step, it's good to show it.
Okay. So I think let's use the text from the Le Sample gallery, okay? But the Perry 8 exhibition, okay?
So which was done by the curatorial course.
Yes.
So this exhibition, for the AI for this exhibition was trained by the students.
Yes, I'm going to show you that exhibition. What was? Wait, I just put it here. Give me a second because meanwhile, Barnabas, just maybe until I'm loading this exhibition up, could you please just summarize because maybe we did many things in this short period of time. Just as like after this, what was your personal experience and as an art historian, as a curator, you did some great exhibition.
Okay.
One of my favorites was
I will finish my presentation.
Okay, that would be great.
So just stop yours.
Thank you. I'm stopping mine.
Okay. So this is the presentation what we interrupted because of the break. Do you see this different representations?
Yes.
Okay. So it's just a continuation of that presentation about the different type of platform solution, how to try to represent or imitate or simulate the 3D visit, the physical visit in a space. So these are the traditional way, the installation views, which somehow try to capture the sense of the space in the traditional photographic format. So this is the the present solution. So there is this another what I showed you, and you met many different occasions with this, as the Matterport made it, or the Google Museum has completely the same solution, technological solution. This is this 360 panorama image, and as you see in this slide, that the space is provided into a kind of round space. So that's what simulate you to look around in a space. So this is the panoramic solution. That's what is the most common right now. But our solution, as you already experienced, the digital twin, which is the copy of the space, and this is based on photo scan, as I mentioned you. So it's based on photo documentation of the space, and it's one-to-one model of the space. And it provides a real spatial experience, and the sequence of the perspectives is changing when you are moving. So it's not distorting, but it's imitating completely the same experience as in the physical. So this is one or three real important difference from the other technical solution. And there is this other kind of chart where I try to make it understandable, the benefits, the pros and cons of the different solutions. So in this chart, you see the X, the vertical is the spatial experience. So it's from the 2D, the two-dimensional, which is the photographic representation of a space, up to the 3D, the real space kind of feeling, the 3D space experience. And the horizontal is from the CGI, which is completely computer-generated image. And the other end is the photographic documentation quality. So these are the X where you can position any of this kind of solution to capture the space and time experience. And the CGI and photo axis, it's about the reality of the photographic image, the content, reality of the content, how similar is to the physical reality. So and in this between this X, you can position the different experience, the different technical solution what I showed you. So if you remember the Pompidou, there was this example of the Miro exhibition, where the interior was completely created by CGI, but the exterior, the outside, that was a photographic view of the city. So it's two different kind of angle in one platform. But if you remember the Matterport solution for this ancient museum, the Beirut Museum, that was very good in photographic sense, but to move in the space, so it was not really an experience. So that's why it's good in photographic quality, but it's bad, as you see, in this 2D, 3D kind of dimension. And the water tube, our technology provides photographic kind of quality for documenting the space and the artworks in photographic level. And also the space experience is very smooth operation, seamless motion in the space, so you can really feel the time-space experience. So this is kind of a short explanation and mapping the different solutions. And you already used the V-Curator. which you need a digital twin, as it was asked in a question. If you want to make virtual exhibition, you need a virtual space and you need a digital format of the artworks, which is in the case of the 2D, the two-dimensional artworks, it's a simple JPEG image or any type of image format, and you need the software, the Curator. So this is the three what you have, and then you can represent in the space. You can create a virtual exhibition for all the different genre of the art. So you can put 3D cultural objects, as you saw, and you can put moving images as a TV screen or a video projection, and also you can put sound art. So kind of you can create any kind of exhibition. So, and this is just the short kind of summary about what this technology, how it could expand in the different fields. So it's just very short sentences about the museum field, in the commercial galleries, in educational case, how artists and curators can collaborate, and how you can organize events, even in that space, which is this multiply function. So you can be present in the space through an avatar. That's what you can do also in this space. And actually, to make a virtual exhibition, as you may already realize, it's completely the same process as the traditional format. So you have to have a concept, you have to put the list of artists together, you have to consult with the artists, you need their consent, you need a consultation with them, they have to know about your ideas, you have to discuss it, then you select the artworks, and you can put detailed information of the artworks. We didn't show you because it's a bit complicated, but not so much this Excel sheet. But everybody is doing Excel sheet for the exhibited works. So from that Excel, it's very easy to upload or export all the information into the capture what Balázs wrote in the demonstration by hand. So it could be imported easily from Excel sheet. And of course, you can plan the installation, the layout. You can discuss the different version, as one of you mentioned, that it's really easy to share the ideas and decide about the optimal solution. And then even in that space, you can organize events. And this is also a kind of summary about what's the benefits of this virtual curation practice as compared to the physical exhibitions, the in real life IRL curating. So the budgeting is always a big challenge. So it's almost nothing in this case. The transportation, of course, is eliminated. The insurance, no insurance at all. The consultation with the technical teams, sometimes it's really difficult in some institutions. So you can easily make it in the virtual space. And of course, the general high cost of the installation to realize a show, it's always a big budget. And of course, you can organize the online opening in the space, in the virtual space through avatars. It's also a different type of experience. So that's quickly the benefits of this virtual curating practice. And probably, Balázs, you are already finished.
Yeah, so I think maybe can you go back to the digital twin just a few slides back, because I think that part was just, we skipped that slide, the the definition of the digital twin, which was 3 slides prior in the presentation. More back, please. More back, one more back. Yes. So that's I think it's okay. That's good. Thank you. So the digital twin, just according to our experience or our research, has the definition has three categories or 3 assumptions. The first is it has to be a 3D photo scan reproduction from a real existing space, one-on-one photo scan reproduction, which means if you have 2 meters in a physical space, the digital twin also has 2 meters distance. Real spatial experience, so from moving from point A to point B is equal in time. Equal in time means that if you go to the door entrance of the left sample and you move from the entrance to the back wall, the time what you spend in the reality has to be exact time in the digital twin. So that's how you are feeling the time. And the third one is the sequence of the changing perspective. So when you are moving closer or further, how an object or the space would change is very similar to reality, because if I'm moving this object closer or further, this glass, the perspective of this glass is constantly changing. And this constant change, the distance allows me to experience this constant change of the certain object around me. And this is what the digital twins allows you to do. So when you are moving around the space, how the objects will relatively change to your perspective, it's equal like those changing in the real life. So now, maybe we have, Barabás, you have maybe the last part of the presentation, the monopole and the hidden statement. Maybe we can have that one slide of the hidden statement, because that's another. Oh, it's not here. Because you know how we can support. You know, this is just another example, and we are very proud of this project. Elke Grun is among us, who is the director of this project. You know how virtual curating can support artists in risk. Barnabas, you can maybe can you tell a few words about this project, just to give an example? What are the opportunities using virtual curating? You are muted, Barna.
So it was a collaboration between many institutions. The initiator was the Nassauischer Kunstverein in Wiesbaden, Elke Grün, who initiated a project to help the artists in risk in Afghanistan. So we started to collaborate to create them virtual exhibitions in the Kunstverein digital twin space, and we collaborated with the Goethe Institute, the Deutsche Academy in Rome, and the Weissensee Kunsthochschule in Berlin to provide curators to collect the artworks, the digital artworks from the artists from Afghanistan who can't show their works because of the critical political situation in Afghanistan. So they send their images, they collected, they made a database from it, and we organized a workshop, 2 days workshop in Berlin last year, to teach them how to use the program, the Walters Cube, the virtual curating program, and then they provided exhibitions. And right now there is a website, the hidden statement website, which is a database and a collection of the artists who can't show their works in Afghanistan. So they have an online presence, they have a visibility right now. And there is a short documentary.
Maybe I think we showed this documentary on the IKT conference, so maybe it's not needed now to present it.
Okay, so that's all. And this project was selected as one of the most important cultural project in 2023 by the Monopol magazine, and also the Frankfurter Allgemeine appreciate it very much.
Okay, thank you very much. So now I would like to use the last part of the of the meeting to talk about a little bit the AI feature. So as I showed you before, now after we finished the exhibition, now we have this feature which allows you to have your own art mediator, which means that technically you can replicate yourself, which means that you can train this art mediator everything what is important to know about the exhibition, about the art, about your curatorial concept, and then this mediator will start to implement it and introduce this exhibition to each of your visitor based on their knowledge, interest, and background. So I would like to show you a little bit how to do this. How to do this? Yes. And let me show you. I think if until now you find this process easy and straightforward and simple, you can count on that the AI part would be also pretty much very similar and same easy way. So basically, we created a very simple form where you can train your AI, and this form is pretty much how you would collect an exhibition information. It has 4 major parts: exhibition, gallery, artist, and artworks. In the exhibition section, you need to just basically, this is the curatorial concept. This is your curatorial concept, and that's, I think, the most important part of the curator, because this is where you can write about your show and give all the information which is important about the exhibition. You can put questions here if you want to give the AI some relevant questions about your show. You can give questions and answers, and you can put some tags. But basically, the first section is about the curatorial concept. The second part is, we call it gallery, but it's more about the space. So let's say if we are making this in the Moshkin gallery, you talk about the background of the gallery, when it was established, what is the program about, where it is located. So everything which is connected to the space itself. If it's a museum, we talk about the museum. If it's a gallery, we talk about the gallery. If it's a non-profit, academic, or university space, you can talk about the university. But all this information is important because the AI can contextualize this information. So once you put this, he can connect the dots, and he would be able to understand the environment where this exhibition is happening. The third part is the artist. I think it's also very straight, because you just need to basically, this is the same things what I paste and copy from Katalin Ladik. So this can be an artist biography. Usually, if the artist is represented by a gallery, you can use exactly the same information what you can find from the artist on the gallery website. Sometimes when we haven't found the information about the artist, we find YouTube videos with the artist where she made an interview, and we were also able to, you can upload a YouTube video here where somebody make an interview with the artist. So you can use many different media to feed the AI. So it can be website, text, your own words, artist biography, YouTube videos, interview, what you made with the artist, maybe yourself. And this is how it looks like. And the third part is the artworks. I think that's the most important part, because here individually you can make description of the artworks. You can use any language. So if you better write in Spanish or Italian or Arabic, you can use your own words, and you can use your own language to feed the information. So there are, in the artworks, there are two types of categories. First, you have to provide a visual description, but the visual description, there is also a generator here, which actually write the visual description instead of you. So you can press this button and all this information will be accessible. The second part, this is something which is important, that the curator or the artist would provide this information, that what do you know about these artworks? And this is especially in the contemporary exhibition, in the contemporary artworks, it's in most cases there is a art historical reference, there is a context, there is a curatorial background for each artworks. So this is the story behind the artwork. This is the concept behind the artworks. So this is something what it's important to provide to feed the AI. And also here you can put tags, like, but you can also generate text. So let's say I have these artworks here. Now there is no text. That I can just press the tag button and maybe it will generate me some text. You see, now it's generated. It's, look, this is the name of the artist. It's photograph and color. It's portrait, boy, room, contemporary, use, identity, environment, fragments during future. So this will understand the artworks, and it's immediately put different kind of tags information. You can also generate visual text the same way, like you don't have to type it yourself, but you can press this button and then the software will figure out what's going on in the painting. After you finish, you change something, you have to save the information or the changes. And actually this is how the AI will learn. This is the process when you are teaching the AI, because this, as I mentioned, this exhibition in the Le Sample gallery, what these students created, Google doesn't know about this exhibition. ChatGPT doesn't know about this exhibition, especially doesn't know about this artwork, especially if these are new artworks or contemporary work. ChatGPT or Google doesn't know anything about them. And this is what we are trying to do, where Google or ChatGPT finish their job. This is where we start to enter the picture, and we are providing this tool that every one of you can teach.
Can I ask you a question, Balázs? Just a couple of questions. First, is the feature of the Walters AI already available on the platform, or is it still in a beta process?
So it's not available on the platform, but those who participated in this workshop, and I haven't mentioned this before. So one of the reason or one of the goal for us with this workshop, that we would like to start to test this new technology with professional creators, and the opportunity what we also providing here, that we would give access for the participants to try this
Okay,
AI.
so basically on the platform where we have artworks, text, add exhibition info, there will be also add AI training, whatever. There will be an extra tab for the AI.
No, this is what I show you here. This is exactly what you will going to get. This is I would say this is a form. So this is a form.
Yeah, okay.
And you would, once you finish your exhibition, which is the same process what I showed you before, when you have the curator, you drag and drop artworks. This is the same. It's nothing has to do with AI. But for AI, you will get this form, and you need to fill out these forms separately. But, but we can generate the form once you finish the exhibition, because until you don't so first you need to finish the exhibition virtually.
Sure.
Then it has a space, it has artworks, it has artists, and then based on this we can generate you this form. And then you can, from the form, you can give the training for the AI.
Okay. A second question, very quickly. Is it possible to upload video works? I suppose yes, because there was some video in the example.
Yes, it's possible, but as Barnabas mentioned, the video works. You just need to upload an image, like with a video button on the image, and we will put the links next to it. So you cannot do it yourself yet, but you have to just as the email that here is my video work. You can set the scale, the screen, how big it should be. We will make it active. So you just need to send the email to us, and we will put the video works.
The link of the video associated to that.
Yes. So we need the link of the video, and you need to place a placeholder somewhere in your exhibition that here should be a video, and then we would know about it.
And last thing, there was a comment from Tal commenting that, is there a no autosave function on the platform while you're doing the exhibition? Do you need
that's the autosave? I understand what he is asking. Actually, I don't want to get too much into the details, but the autosave feature, when you are communicating with the server, it's technically a major development. This is on our roadmap that, yes, it will be, autosave feature will be there, but we have to reach that point.
It's just to make sure that we have an answer for that.
Yeah, it's useful to save or make it drop as soon as you can.
Yeah, as long as you're gonna every 10 minutes of work or 5 minutes, you save a draft and you start. And
if you go to a lunch, just save it.
Yeah. Okay, super. That's it. Thank you so much. That was pretty good. It was really inspiring for me, at least.
So I think that if you because as I have said, that this time is not, I think, available to go through all of your exhibitions, but if you find your space, you have a curatorial concept, and you finish your show, what we can do, we can give you this form, what I just showed you now, where you can fill out this information to train the AI, and maybe we can have a second part of the workshop in another time when we can actually just go through and visit each of our exhibitions with the AI, and we can see what we can share our experience together.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. That was really good. I don't know if there is any other question from people.
If there are some questions, we would be happy to answer any of your questions. What I would like to show you, maybe in just a few minutes, is the following from talk. This is because I mentioned before that the AI can really give hands-on, tailored information for visitors based on their knowledge, background, and experience. So, and I would like to just give you some ideas that how we are testing this. So now I'm writing a prompt here, this prompt is saying that, this, "Hi, Walter, I'm a mother visiting this exhibition with two of my children. I would like you to guide me through the exhibition, like an art education session, so that I can explain to my children what they are seeing. First, I would like you to summarize in one very simple sentence what is the exhibition about." So now, as you see that if you read about this, it's understand that, okay, I'm a mother with two children, and I would like to learn more about how I can understand it. So let's say we can make a professional one. So I put another prompt that you can see. So, "Hi, Walter, I'm a 30-year-old artist. I'm familiar with the contemporary artwork, but I would like to gain more in-depth knowledge in order to get my career on the right track. Please select for me the artwork from the exhibition through which I can learn the most about this exhibition." And you can click on this, and it will brings you to the artwork, what it's referring to. So it's really understand the individual visitor needs. And okay, this is a good one. I like this one. "I'm a retired person." This is the prompt for a retired person. "I'm a retired person who spends her free time going to exhibitions. I'm very interested in history because of my old age, but I like to keep my mind fresh, so I don't want to miss out on the news." Okay, so I think that based on these examples, I wanted to demonstrate that once you upload the exhibition, the rest, the art mediator can do his job, and he can individually support information about the art, about the exhibition to different visitors.
And
So,
the training the AI, that's about to train about your narrative. So it's up to you as a curator of the show, which are the main focus of the interpretation. So through this filling this form, you can really keep under your control the narratives, what the AI will interpret. So it will expand the context, but the main direction is based on your buzzwords and your key elements as you teach it. So that's why it's important that the curator or someone who is familiar and the researcher of the topic could train the AI, because that's the guarantee that it will be following the intention of the curator, intention of the exhibition.
yes, that's a good point. I think you can also think about just using one of your exhibition what you created in the past many years ago, but somehow it was important for you. So this tool is also good to recreate an exhibition. Of course, that exhibition might happen in a different space, but using these digital twins, you can bring those artworks into this space. But because you already are familiar with the concept and you also have the curatorial idea in your head, so it would be also interesting for me and maybe for you as well to see how you can recreate an exhibition, what you did in the past, just to test out how the AI or how this whole experience is going to happen in this virtual realm. You can think about it as a traveling exhibition. So maybe you created an exhibition somewhere in the Moschkin gallery, for example, like Alfredo did when we were there. But now, how those artworks would looks like in a different environment, and I guess that Alfredo still have all the context in his head, so it would be very easy for someone who created already an exhibition to just upload these artworks again, put this information, put the curatorial text, and see the result.
We got a question from Tagilad. What if someone is misusing the AI and starting to ask weird questions? So that's what I mean. If you train the AI in the right way, the AI, Walter, will reject misusing kind of question or to misleading the conversation. So
I can demonstrate it. I can demonstrate it now. So let's say, please just list the most famous Elvis Presley songs. So I've asked, this has nothing to do with this exhibition, and hopefully Walter will ignore to answer to this question. No. Okay.
So, you see, not well trained enough.
Not well trained enough, yeah. So, but this is a good example that it's a new technology. We're still developing it, but actually it can be trained that, okay, you would like to avoid not relevant questions about your show. So if you don't have any more questions, again, I would like to thank you again for your participation, and special thanks for Alfredo and the board of IKT who allowed us and make this happen. It was this project or this collaboration started many months ago, but I think now we enter to a very exciting time where actually we have something to show, and we would be very thankful if you would start to use it. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any concept in your head or if you have any project in your mind.
If you have a gallery space to get a digital twin space of it.
Yeah. If you want to digitize a space which you are working on or which you are connected to, we are happy to help you. And we would like to use this environment as a sandbox where we learn from each other, we can try different things, and we really would like to support also your project. So this workshop is just, I believe that it is just the beginning of a new friendship, and we are here to. We would like we don't develop this technologies for ourselves, but we are happy when professionals are using it and actually come back to us and ask more and challenging what we are doing. So we are open for work. We are open for projects. Here we are those who are participating on the workshop and who are IKT members. Now we provide free access to these technologies. And the only thing what we would like to ask to give feedback to us, and let's develop this platform together, because without you it would be just a technology, but with you this would really could change the way how institutions, curators would think about publishing exhibitions or creating exhibitions online, and make change in the audience engagement, especially in the Z and Alpha generation.
Super. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. It's has been really exciting. Thanks all, and yeah, do please get in touch with Walter's Cube or or me or the board actually. So if there is any question related to that, I'm happy to mediate the whole thing.
And if,
thanks a lot.
If you have finished your exhibition and you send this link to Sophie at Walters Cube, we can send you back the form where you can train the AI. So once you finish one of the exhibition of the digital twin, the next step would be to
get in touch with Sophie and
yes.
you. So
I put her email address again here, just in case. Sophia at Walters. So please feel free to contact her and send your finished exhibition, and then she can give access to you to train the AI mediator.
Fantastic. Thank you.